Hey ladies, how you doing? So I want to come in really quick and just share 5 tips with you guys to help you reduce your stress. You guys know, I don't want to say the word suffer or anything like that, but I deal with and I'm managing my anxiety and my depression, right? Some days are better than others, and I will say definitely in these times, especially what we're dealing with, it has been okay. I'm very open about me seeing a therapist. I'm not shy about talking about that. And yeah, a lot of people were very receptive and really expressed in the comments about how they used to, see a therapist. They don't see a therapist anymore. They feel they kind of got through, but sometimes they have little times where, they may go back into a little slump, or just have a little episode. Let's not say slump, let's say episode, right? And especially sometimes if you may have insurance, but your copay might be a little bit high, you haven't reached your deductible, or whatever the case may be. You can use your EAP at your job and so forth and so on. But sometimes they only give maybe about 2 or 3 visits in the beginning just to kind of get yourself acclimated with someone, and the next thing you know, your insurance will definitely kick in if all goes well. But I want to share some things with you that you can pretty much do that doesn't require a therapist, any type of assistance. Just something that you can do on your own that can help you. And I'm going to share with you some things that I was aware of but really didn't know how to navigate to get to it, and my therapist shared with me. So I'm giving you some, some information that I had to pay for. So I wrote it down in my phone, and I want to make sure I give you everything that I'm supposed to give you guys. And first off, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing very well, especially during these times. In addition to that, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now, because there's more to come. And we have chit chat time like this over here, talking about lifestyle stuff in regards to being mindful, self-development, and stress and anxiety, and women problems like fibroids. We talk about it all over here, and we play and make at the same time. So if you're not subscribed, then come on over and just subscribe. So let's get into the first one. The first one is ways to reduce your stress. Journal. Now, you guys know I talk about how many journals I have, and if I mess up in one and do something in the other one, I don't want to write in that one. I am a paper freak. I'm all about forgive me, killing the trees, stuff like that. Something about journals and paper and stationery, that's like my jam. So I need to be trying to put together a planner or some type of journaling book and put that as part of my merch, because I just love paper. But that's later. But journaling is really good. It helps you. When I first started journaling, like right now, I'm not gonna sit and lie to you, I do not journal as much as I should. I think that since I have these journals and I have so much white space, the way my brain works is like, okay, well, Kelly, you have all this white space, you need to fill the page up, or at least fill it halfway. And you really don't have to. You really don't have to. You just can write a line, a 2, a paragraph, whatever hits you at that moment. Just kind of clear your mind. So like say even in the morning when you wake up, you feeling good, you feeling refreshed, or whatever you went to bed on your mind with is still there, write it on the paper. Kind of like get it out. It's like kind of like, depositing or disposing or releasing something off your shoulder. That's how I felt in the beginning. And it was so crazy because I'm that kind of person where when you're writing, my handwriting has to be neat. Now I have a large handwriting, and if my handwriting is not neat, I'm ready to rip the page out. I don't want any messy pages. And I had to realize, Kelly, this is your brain talking. Your brain is messy. So of course you're gonna mess up, you're gonna spell word crazy, you're gonna write big when you get to this particular word, like this person made me mad. So mad is all written crazy, you got an explanation point, So I had to say, Kelly, be easy on yourself, relax. That's why you're so tense and so tight and so stressed, because you're not being easy on yourself. You have other things going on, but you're adding on to that plate. So just kind of, relax a little bit. So journaling definitely helps when you want to release. You'll be so surprised when you actually sit down and you let your body write. You'll be surprised how much you release. Now, a journal is kind of small. Let me use this as an example. A little bit smaller than this little, A journal could be anything. It can be a one subject notebook, or it can be something small, pocket, whatever the case may be. But I used a one subject notebook for my first journaling experience within my 40s, so say 44, right? And I wrote almost 5 pages on the first time I actually sat down and journaled. And then the crazy part, when I finished, I was like, now what was I thinking about all the time? Because I had let it go, and I had to go back and flip through, like, Kelly, you wrote all of that? So journaling is really, really good for the soul. Try it. The first time around might be annoying. Try it again. Do it when you feel it. And you don't have to journal every day. So some people feel like, oh, you do a daily journal. If you don't feel it and you don't have nothing to release, and even if it has to stay in the body, just don't fight the process. Don't fight the process. And that's something that I used to do. Always fight in the process. Next up is meditate. Now I struggle with meditating. And meditating, let me tell you, it's good. Because I daydream a lot. And that's not a form of meditation. It might be, I don't know. I didn't ask my therapist about that one, but I can really zone out sometimes. And I can zone out in front of people. And that's bad. Like, they'll be talking to me, I'm like this. And I'm somewhere else, deep in thought, thinking about what's on my mind. I need to get out my head and on some paper. That's how bad it is. So yeah, so it's not, daydreaming is not meditate, but meditating is pretty much, just getting into a space where nothing matters. Like becoming one with yourself. I struggle with it. I've done it before and it felt good. Some days it felt bad. Some days it felt scary. And this is just me being honest with you, because if you have guided meditations, sometimes it can make you think about stuff while you're meditating, or a question might pop up or something like that, and boom, your meditation is broke, and the next thing you know, you're somewhere else, and it can just kind of trigger something. So, but meditation is really, really good. It helps you, find some zen, become one, make you feel yourself and understand, just being in the moment, being present. Meditation is good. So I can't really get into depth with that, because me and meditation, we still working it out. So as I move forward in meditation, I will definitely share that with you. Okay, I'll definitely share that. Next is get a hobby. Ding, 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 ding. Kelly's on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a long time. A really, really long time. But when I got on YouTube, I didn't have any issues. I just love being on YouTube. But I've really come to see and understand how me having this hobby / business has helped me in so many ways. So many ways. I mean, I've met some amazing women. I talk to some amazing women. I've been to dinner with some amazing women, especially here in the North Carolina area. I will definitely say this whole process helped me. Especially now in 2020 and even 21. We're just new, we're fresh, we're only a month and a half, and you guys have no idea how much you helped me in my process. I think the way that we vibe, and the way, even though it's in comments and whatnot like that, and for some of you that do have my phone number and whatnot, I think it's the way that we vibe. It made me feel comfortable enough to even share that I even had anxiety and depression issues. I don't want to say issues, that sounds bad. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. And me having fibroid issues and stuff like that, it made me comfortable, because I'm like, what, I cannot be the only woman out here like this. And I know I'm not, but some people just don't want to discuss it. So it just made me more comfortable to just share it with you guys. So yeah, get a hobby, find something. If you like plants, so many women on Instagram, plants and sneakers and whatnot. I don't know if I can indulge in the sneaker thing, because sneakers are expensive. My daughter, she's into sneakers, but some women, they are into stuff, and not just women, men too. I don't want to exclude, because I do have some men viewers, so hey y'all. But I just find something that helps you get you where you need to be. Some hobbies can be definitely expensive. Kelly doesn't have any expensive hobbies. Only time I have expensive hobby is if I want to shop. Like recently I had to got a little stressed, got a little got a little high levels. So I did some retail therapy because I was gonna go and just chill out in a hotel for the weekend, just kind of do a little spa day and whatnot like that. So you know what, Kelly? No, just go online, peruse the shops, and order you something. So I bought me 4 nice dresses. I bought a pair of shoes, and I bought 2 pair of jeans. I need to give me some damn tops, but I think they're here no there. That's the next shopping spree. But no, find a hobby, something that'll make you, you know, kind of de-stress and make you feel calm. You know, it's so many things you could do. Coloring. I'm not a big colorer, but I do love stationery. I can see myself collecting coloring books, collecting different type of coloring pencils and crayons and stuff, because I like the stationery world. But I don't know if I could actually sit down and start coloring. I think I would get kind of teed. I don't have, you know what it is, my mind races so much, so that patience that you need to have to sit and be still, it would take a lot. My mother she does coloring. She does adult coloring books, and she does puzzles and stuff. My attention span is so short, so I don't know if I can do that just yet in life. Maybe later on in life. You know, I'm trying to adapt this slow living thing with that. Well, let me do this. My minimalist lifestyle with a side dose of slow living. Get with me, y'all. Get with me, y'all. Get with me. Next up is be mindful. And I've learned this practice in my therapy session. Being mindful. Just being with the present. Forget the past. The past that's why it's in the past. I understand the past reflects the future, and I'm gonna speak on my behalf. I've been so used to holding on to the past and saying the past reflects the future, and you know, everything molds and so forth, and you know, like that. And if you think that way, if you may have thought that way in the past, let me know down in the comments. Just being mindful and just being in the moment and being present. You know, it can be hard. It can be real hard, but I'm learning, and I want you to learn that too. You know, being mindful is just being appreciative of what you have around you. Taking a moment when you feel like you're just a little bit unbalanced and something's really just getting inside of you. Like when I was stressed, instead of me sitting and going on the internet and buying some dresses, I should have sat and been mindful for a minute. Just, Kelly, calm down, bring it in, bring it in. And I keep doing like this. Just bring it in. Like, you know, you don't have to like hold your fingers like that. I mean, that's a part of meditation. But you could just like put your hands down and just kind of like just be, and just be present. Be present and be grateful at the same time, and you'll be so surprised. It's hard in the beginning, I tell you. Easier said than done. But it definitely works, being mindful and being present. And I can later on down the line, I can definitely share more about that. If you're interested in that, let me know, because I can do videos on, you know, how to be mindful and whatnot, because it definitely helps. Declutter. You guys know I'm all about this whole decluttering thing. Y'all, I had a little setback for my room. If you watched my video prior to, you saw, you know what I talked about. But I had a little setback. I had like a little time frame, my 8-week, how I'm going to declutter my whole home, my entire home. And I had a little setback. My daughter, she wound up doing a little bit more than what I was doing, so I had to go in there and help her and get her room straight. So her room wasn't supposed to happen until like maybe 2 or 3 weeks from my room. So it's okay. So we're gonna focus on her room. I did do this room. I'm pretty much done in here. I just have to put some sheets on the bed. I took the linens off. I have to wipe off the end tables, wipe off the dresser, and vacuum and put a plug in it in here. And this room is done. I got my rolling rack nice and neat. It's pushed to the side. It's nice and airy in here. I want to change the room around, but I didn't have an opportunity to do that. But nevertheless, this room is definitely good. So now it makes me feel like I can do a little bit more in here. I can come and record. I want to change things around, but this is where we're going to be until things change, and which it will. So this is good. You just have to be patient, be mindful, be grateful that for me, I do have a space that I can do recording in, and just wait for the next chapter to hit. So I'm waiting for that. So that was pretty much my 5 tips. Let me know what you think. Those definitely work for me. You know, it's a process. I do have others, but those are like the cores that I kind of stick to. I'm looking at my phone because I do have things that I want to share with you. Social media. Social media can definitely cause stress. It has definitely caused me stress. And at one point in time, you guys know that I had deactivated my account. And I had to go in. Once I reactivated my account, I had to put people on mute. I had to either unfollow, whatever the case may be, that if you were making me get out of my element, or you were, if it wasn't helping me in what I'm trying to do, you know. So I had to really sit back and say, Kelly, do you even need social media? I sit back and think about how I grew my channel when I first started YouTube. I didn't have social media. I didn't have anything. I just pretty much did my YouTube channel. YouTube is definitely a part of social media, but it's just a different tool for me. I feel like this is not like social media where we're sitting here with our phones and be like, this is not that. You know, this right here, I feel like you women here, like how we get it, how we vibe, it's just different. I feel like it's much more mature. You know, I have a certain demographics that I can definitely see. I get my demographics on Instagram. I get my demographics on Facebook. My Facebook is even more mature, just like over here on YouTube. But something about Instagram, and you would think, you know, I use hashtags like, you know, being 40, I'm a older woman, mature, but something about, but the women that I don't know what I attract, I don't know, over there is a different ball game. I digress. But I really do feel like I'm going to just kind of change how I utilize Instagram. I want to get rid of it because I have a situation going on where I need some help from Instagram. They ain't helping me out, but a few people told me don't delete it. They told me to just don't make it a priority for you, because it's not a priority for you. So that's how I'm going to look at it. You know, that's how I'm going to look at it. Don't make it a priority. My priority is you and this channel. Reduce caffeine. You guys know I am a coffee head. You done seen Vlogmas. Kelly make coffee every morning. I haven't had coffee in 3 days. It's rough. It's rough. So one thing I will tell you, I'm sleeping better at night. And I don't want to sit and say it's the caffeine, but something about me not having coffee in 3 days, I've been sleeping like a brick. Taking naps and still sleeping like a brick. So reduce your caffeine, even if it's in your tea, because you know tea has caffeine, coffee has caffeine, soda has caffeine, and whatever else has caffeine. Just be mindful. And alcohol too, you know. Some of us, you know, like a little cocktail here and there. If it's, you know, a real hardcore alcohol beverage like a tequila, vodka, you know, gin, whatever your choice of beverage is, you know. Me, I'm a tequila girl. You know, I don't really drink during the week in my house. I have wine, but I don't drink like hardcore during the week. Now, when the pandemic first started, your girl was tequila ended up. I don't know why, but I was. It was like, oh, we ain't got to go to work. It's the weekend, you know, whatever. But it got expensive, so no. But I can definitely do the wine thing. I've had some wine. I like my wine. I like sweet wine. So if it's a sweet red, a Moscato, I love Prosecco, because Prosecco is the next best thing to champagne if you can't get your hands on champagne. And I just found out they sell champagne in Target where I live at, because I love a good Moet. I love a good so I can't think of the name of it. It's called Calico or something like that. I can't think of it, but I like champagne. So since I can't get to it, I can't go all the way across town to like Total Wine, something like that, and get my champagne, I'll get Prosecco, and I'll still have that good bubbly dry taste, or you know, whatever you like, you know, in regards to your champagne. So yeah, be mindful of all your alcohol beverages, ladies, if you want to reduce some stress. And support your immune system. Like, I'm going to do a video coming up soon, so be prepared and be aware about taking dietary supplements. Yes, yes, yes. I am anemic. I don't know if I've ever shared that with you guys. I'm anemic, and I'm always cold. Always cold. I'm a little nippy right now, and I'm in the house, and I'm upstairs. So my iron levels is always low. I have to take supplements. I can't swallow pills. I have to chew them. So I found a liquid iron that my doctor recommended, like 3 of them. And I found an iron pill that I can actually chew. And all of my supplements are affordable. You know, you can get them at your local Target or Walmart, or you can get them on Amazon. So I'll definitely have all that stuff for you guys in the next video. So I'm definitely going to share that with you to support your immune system, okay? And it will definitely help with your overall feel. Sometimes when we just like get into ourselves, hardcore, like self-care, you'd be surprised. And last but not least, this is the extra stuff. I gave you 5 already. I'm pretty much giving you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I gave you about 9, but we're only gonna focus on the first 5 that I gave. This is just extra here. And last but not least, just stop. When you feel like something is just like your wheels is rolling too hard and you just feel like you just can't take it no more, just stop. Sometimes you just can't stop, but sometimes you have to let people around you know. And that's what I had to do. I had to really stop and sit back and tell people around me how I was feeling. Because people think that you sitting around and you smiling, skin and grin and everything is always fine. But that's just not the case. So I had to stop, sit back and evaluate and say, you know what, Kelly? Deal with the people that you can deal with. Talk to the people that you do want to talk to. Sometimes you have to set boundaries. Sometimes you have to limit certain conversations with people because sometimes you just can't take it. You know what I mean? And they can't take it neither. You know, you'd be surprised what other people are going through as well. You're not the only one going through something. So always be mindful of the person on the other end. And I have here in a comma I said focus on what you can control and not what you can't control. So I'm going to throw this out there. If you know that you know a person, and I'm just throwing this out there, I can't think of nothing else right now, that runs their mouth all the time. You can't control that mouth, but what you can control is what you say to that person. So you control yourself, not that person, and you set your boundaries. So that's what I mean. You know, we all are in control of our own space. So we just need to do that and be mindful of how we do it. And, you know, I know what I'm telling you may seem like it's flowing off and I'm like, this is how you get yourself together. But trust me when I tell you, it's a process. It's hard because I am living it and I am doing it. But in the beginning, I was like, this all gotta be a joke. But I kept going. I did not stop. And it definitely helps. Like I mentioned before, some things I do, some things I don't do. Some things I pick back up because I feel like I just need to get back into it, like journaling and meditating. You know, find your spot. Happy medium. Or find how you can work some things. Oh, and when I talk about meditation, there is a channel on YouTube that helps with guided meditation. And I was using it and it was working. But again, since my mind races so much, I was like jumping out of it. But it definitely works. So if I can remember while I'm editing the video, I'll leave that link down below. For those of you who want to meditate. If you do it good on your own, then kudos to you. For those of you who need help like me, I might have it down below. If not, you can just type up meditation, guided meditation, and it's all over YouTube. And it definitely helps. I gotta work. But I want to say hey to all my new subscribers. Hey to all my loyals. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. And I hope I helped.